Today we're going to learn about ternary ionic compounds. So we're still doing ionic compounds which do contain metal and a non-metal, but now we're doing ternary. Yes, last time we did binary, which means only 2 elements. Ternary means more than 2 elements. In this you'll see polyatomic ions. A polyatomic ion is ions made up of more than 1 atom. You want to make sure you follow the rules of binary ionic compounds. Never change the subscripts of polyatomic ions, and if you have more than 1 polyatomic ion is needed, you want to place parentheses around that polyatomic ion and write the subscript outside the parentheses. Here is a table that has polyatomic ions in it. So this table right here, so that table right there is on the back of your periodic table. So you do have all of those. So we're going to do 3 examples where we're going to be writing them. So first we've got iron 3 chromate. Notice the second name is the one that is not a element. So the second name, chromate, is going to be in that table. But first, let's find iron on the periodic table so we know what that one is. Iron is right here, so that's Fe, and it's a transition metal, so you want to use that Roman numeral as the oxidation number. So Roman numeral 3, so we have an oxidation number of 3. Then we've got to find chromate. Chromate is right here. So chromate is right there. Chromate is CrO4, and that's a -2. So we've got CrO4 -2. So when you cross them over, the 2 is going to come down to the Fe. So you're going to get Fe2. Because you're crossing a 3 over to the CrO4, you need to put the CrO4 in parentheses. And we're crossing over a 3. Now we're going to do barium chlorate. So barium again is an element, so that's on the periodic table. So finding barium, barium is right here. So that's going to be Ba, and that's a +2. So we'll write Ba +2. We've got chlorate, so we're going to find chlorate. That's a polyatomic ion. That's right here. So we will write that's ClO3, and that's a -1. So we're going to cross, we don't have to worry about crossing the 1 over, but we have to cross the 2 over. So once again, we're crossing a 2 over to a polyatomic ion. So we're going to have our Ba. That does not need a subscript because that chlorate had a 1. The ClO3 is going to get a subscript behind it, so we need to put the ClO3 in parentheses and a 2. That means we need to have 2 chlorates. Next, we're going to do cesium sulfate. You should pause and try to do that one on your own. Looking at cesium, cesium is right here, so it has a +1 charge. So we'll go back and we'll write our cesium as a +1. We need to find our sulfite. So sulfite is right here. So we will write that down. We've got SO3, and it's a -2. So we're going to cross our charges over. We don't have to worry about the 1, but we do need to worry about the -2. So we'll get 2 CS's because we crossed the 2 over, and then SO3 we don't need to write in parentheses. You can if you want. I won't dock you, but you can. You'll get SO3 because you don't need to cross the 1 over. Next, we're going to name 2 of them. So we want to name both of these, and you want to follow the same rules. If it's a polyatomic ion, you just name it. The first element, if it's a transition metal, you do need Roman numerals. So the first we've got BaOH2. So first find Ba on the periodic table. So we've got Ba, and that is right here. That's barium. So we'll go back and write barium. That, looking at barium, is not a transition metal, so you don't have to worry about Roman numerals. Then we'll go look to find the OH. So OH in your table is right here. It's hydroxide. You don't have to worry about any changing. All you have to do is write the polyatomic ion's name. So barium hydroxide. pause and try to do the next one. So our next one is NaC2H3O2. So Na is an element on the periodic table. It is sodium, it's right here. So we'll go back and we will write sodium. C2H3O2, that is a polyatomic ion. That is right here. So that is acetate. You want to just write down acetate. Sodium, once again, was not a transition metal, so you did not have to worry about writing a Roman numeral. That is it for today's note.